Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And
trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
You and I have talked about adjustments so many times during games. Remember, it's really series to series, but coming out after the half, that's a big opportunity, a big time to come out and make one of those plays that can change a game.
Yeah, first play of the third quarter. So offensively, you think of adjustments, but right defensively, maybe you're playing a hunch. You have an adjustment to make.
Yeah, I think sometimes they have that special in there that, hey, they've run this type of play all in the first half. If you see it, go get it.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. After the interception, here's Jackson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. And they turned the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Watson to throw on third down. That's complete. It's Bell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Watson on first down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on second down. Watson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25, just at the 26. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action now. Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action with Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg, rolling to his left. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Watson. And it's a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. A nice little juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught here by Bell. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Watson. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of Prochet. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Second and 11 at the 41. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go up the middle with Chubb. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Chubb is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. That one complete to Prochet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Play action. It's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 29, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jackson.
What's up, Riley?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head.
We're going to be posting the matches for the PLE probably tomorrow. They're 2 days. It's 2 days. It's Friday, Saturday, the 12th and the 13th. What time? I don't know yet.
2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And on Thursday.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures
the
drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things
Since
first,
you already defended your title, Riley,
you're not
in the show, but you know Corey is, because Corey's in the qualifier for the cash and case.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Stop eating my nose hair.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Did you finish this, people?
Jackson going to give this one to
you
Edwards.
And Tiffany are, yeah.
And a pickup of about 4.
We're going to do something with that. So,
Partner, I know we're in a goal to go situation.
Did you make those girls that I asked you to make it? Or
think about running the ball here? Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Eat some fries.
3rd and goal, Jackson.
He's running.
For the end zone.
Fumble! Oh, dude, fumble right in the end zone. Fumble in the end zone. Cleveland's ball.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit.
What I think I'm going to do for your rivalry, Riley, is record something where like you're attacking her backstage, and the backstage like that backstage ball thing, and I'll post it on Discord on backstage.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
That's what I might do.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
All right, cool.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down.
Because Riley's boyfriend is Pentagram, right?
After getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Because Pentagram's in a title match.
Watson. This is the tight end that Joe Goode. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
I know Pentagram's in a title match too. I think he's in the hardcore title match. I don't remember. I'll have a look.
Watson off play action.
There's 18 matches for 2 days.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Actually, I can look now.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
There it is.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
Yeah, Pentagram. No, he's taking a Dorian's. He's taking a Dorian's the Churu for the Twitch title.
23 yards on the play.
These guys certainly are not.
So it's going to be Pentagram versus Dorian's. Dorian's the Churu for the Twitch title.
Here in the 4th quarter.
You already have a title, so you're the submission champion, so it's cool. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's 28-21 Cleveland.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
No, I'm 80 all over.
8 yards to the 45.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 45 on second down, Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, I know on the 11th, we're going to do like a go-home show before the PLE. So she can make her return.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And then right after the PLE, we're taking a break. So
the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
And then if I can't get the game
it's Watson.
Next year
sliding out of the
for
pocket.
PS5, we're still going to use his PS4.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Or here and stream Fortnite too.
And Chubb try the middle here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call.
York on now for the extra point.
It's 35-21.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
If you can, go on our Twitch and tell everybody that we're going to stream on YouTube. I know, I wish I could get that. Just let everybody know we're gonna stream. We're gonna stream Fortnite on here.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
It worked last time.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So Lamar Jackson in the offense,
6 o'clock?
down by 2 touchdowns.
What time?
A minute 51 on the clock. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Make up your mind. 8, 5, 6. Make up your mind. I am too.
Jackson connecting with Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case,
Riley,
the
can you
offense is taking what
just
the
tell
defense
people
is giving
that
them,
we're
not what they
going to
need.
stream on
Here's Jackson. Connects with Duvernay. And they're able to get this one.
10 minutes after the game.
They
So,
call his number again. It's his
just let
6th
everybody
catch
know,
and a
because
first down.
my phone's dead, so I can't do anything. Thank you. Hey, Jasmine.
Yeah, we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Hey, Jasmine, we're fixing to stream Fortnite in like 5 minutes. So,
over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Because I know you have my comfort zone on PS4.
Nice plays,
so.
12 yards that time and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Shoes.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Jackson.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Have a capture card first.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms. Well, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
Yes, it certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown.
We did a
this game's over.
We're doing a 4-on-4 cash in the case match at the PLE. I don't have.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
I don't have the.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, after the PLE, we're taking a break, but Squig's doing like a random house.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
All right, well, I'm signing off here. Well, I'm signing off my voice, but we're gonna be playing Fortnite here in a little bit. So
the Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Off. Bye. Thank you, Jasmine and Riley.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.